It's Manga Reading Log time. That's right, folks. Welcome back to the Manga Sloth, you beautiful humans. Like always, this is a small portion of what me and the wife read for the month. I'm not going to be showing a lot of the general stuff, or we're going to be here all day. And that includes the One Punch Mans, the Jujutsu Kaisens, Chainsaw Man, One Piece, you know, all the stuff that generally always comes out. We're skipping some of that. If you want to know anything about that or popular series, just ask me down below and I will let you know anything that you need to know. But what did we read this month? Well, first things first, a new series called I Had That Same Dream Again. This is a one-shot. I showed this off in my manga haul. Everything you're seeing here will be in my previous manga haul, but I don't go into much detail. I say if it's good or bad, or that's about it. But this was good. It's a one-shot, like I said, so a perfect book, big chunky one that you can get and read and enjoy the whole thing. It is about a girl who meets multiple different people, like a high schooler that hurts herself, a young woman, an old woman, and they all have different issues or problems, and they have all different kind of lives, and she's learning what all these people have in common. And I am not going to tell you what they all have in common and the reasoning behind all this, because it will spoil the main plot and ending of this book, which is awesome. It is an emotional read. It is happy, it is good, but it is also emotional, and it is a very good one-shot and a very good series. I would recommend this to just about anyone. Next we have Arslan 14. This is a sort of common one. 14 volumes is a lot, and it's not too common though, because these are few and far between, and this series is wonderful. Like I've said before, the story and art are separate. The art is by the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist, Silver Spoon, those, and the story is by Yoshiki Tanaka, and it allows them to do best of both worlds. An amazing story and amazing art combined, and it creates something very, very different and special. This series is so awesome. Please check it out. I'm not going to go into much detail here because I have talked about this a lot, but if you need to know anything specific, I will let you know. Next up, Kuma Bear, or as we know it is Bear, because Kuma means bear. I picked up volume 1 just out of nowhere. I seen it on a couple other manga tubers shelves, and I have asked about it a couple times. I didn't go into too much detail. I didn't look it up. I didn't really do too much searching and info about this, but it was really nice. It was calming. It was enjoyable. There's action, there's funny aspects. It's in a genre that I don't read too much about. It's different and fresh enough that it feels nice, and it doesn't have all these random tropes that all the other series similar to this have, though it does have some because it is in that genre, and it's kind of cool. Next up, another one, Ragna Crimson. This is volume 2. I got 1 and 2 this month. It's another series that I picked up on a whim. It's a series that I've seen around multiple times, and I was just on the fence on. I didn't really have anybody saying it was good or saying to read it, anything like that. Didn't do any reviews, still went into it dark, and I enjoyed volume 1 definitely enough that I got volume 2, and volume 2 was even better, and it's getting better and better. There's only 2 volumes out right now, and I read them both. It's about these dragons that are trying to kill humans and take over, you know, areas and stuff. But the dragons that you see in your mind, they do exist, like, you know, the mythical beasts and stuff, but a lot of them are in human form, and they take on these crazy, just nuts forms. I mean, there's one that was like the form of like a forest almost, and it looked like opened its mouth like a Venus flytrap, and it was just nuts looking, and a lot of them look like human type people. It's really cool. The battles are neat, and we're getting a lot more info on everything. It's just enjoyable. 2 volumes out now, so if you want to start this, you don't have to go too far to catch up. Next, new series, Love of Kill, one that my wife started. I believe there's 2 volumes out of this, and this is volume 2. She did enjoy volume 1, and this is volume 2. She read it. She did enjoy this also. It's about a person who was driven to the brink of death by a mysterious person with a tattoo on their face, and they're trying to uncover, you know, answers and ask the questions of who did this and who the person was. And there's lots of betrayal and everything. I mean, it's a very cool story, and I believe it is newer, so if you want to hop on this one, it is not too many to get started. Also, very cool series. Next, Drifting Dragons. This is number 5. 345 was read this month, and like I said before, I was talking about how this series was not being enjoyed very much, where I was talking about dropping it, talking about it was being dropped, and it is not being dropped. We are getting more. The wife is taking over this series, and she likes it. In the beginning, it just seemed kind of dull and bland, and you know, it was more feeling like the art, because these covers and spines and the art inside is wonderful. So much shading and awesomeness, and everything looks great, but the story was meh, and it has obviously gotten better, and we hope that it keeps getting better, because it is cool. But also, that kind of happens. Let me know if this ever happens to you, where you're totally on the dropping train. You think you're just going to end something, but then you slowly start to enjoy it more, and then here you are completely engulfed in it and buying more and more. Okay, To Your Eternity 14 was read. This series, my goodness, I cannot say more and more good things about this series, but I can try. Please read this series, everyone in existence. It is awesome, super worth it. The creator of A Silent Voice, and if you know A Silent Voice, it's a staple. It's wonderful. The person knows how to draw. They know how to write stories. And To Your Eternity is so different than anything that I've got. It is wonderful. And this is a hard one to explain and try to get a good idea to you. So I cannot really go into too much detail, because there is so much going on and so weird and different. Just please give it a try if you have not, and if you have, you know what I'm talking about. All right, Cirque du Freak. This is Omnibus 2. I read 1 and 2. I've had 1 for a while, but it was just on my shelves. I got these and I didn't think I would enjoy them as much as I did. I kind of felt that they were going to be very kiddish, and while they may be kiddish to an extent, they still appeal to me because the writing and everything in the story is very cool, and I want to know what goes on. I know these are very popular in the book versions, and obviously these manga versions, I think this is the second printing of them, and this is the omnibus form. I think they had singles before, so this reprinting is obviously generating some amount of money, so people want these. Volume 3 is not out yet, but it's on its way. I can't wait to read more of it. Let me know if you've read these in the book version or the manga version and what you think. And I'm just gonna go straight into 4 different volumes at the same time, and the reason I'm doing this is because I don't know tons about these. Now, I can get any info that you want on these. These are books my wife read, and they're ongoing. We got Soma Spider So What 9, a great series. This one is super good. I know a lot of people who like this, and it's hecka funny and very cool. Then we got Love Me Not, another staple shoujo type book, and this series is extremely popular. I know people who like this. There are definitely infinite amount of people who like this more than hate this. And I don't know if I've ever met anybody who's read this and completely just didn't like it at all yet. Then we got Golden Japanesque Volume 2. I believe I talked about this one in my last reading log, Volume 1. This is a very cool series, and it's set in the 1800s in Japan, and that gives it so much more oomph to the story, being set in a different time period with a Japanese woman, this Japanese girl with this striking blonde hair. It is super cool. And last but not least is Perfect World. It takes place with these two characters and focuses on this guy in this wheelchair, as they are on every cover. Another awesome series. Please give it a try. It's sweet. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me and the channel out so much. Turn on that bell so you get an idea of when my stuff is coming out. And also, I still got a Discord going. It's brand new. Would love to see you there. Come chat with me about anything. Doesn't have to be anime and manga. I'm always on, and we're always doing different things there. It's still fresh and new and growing, and I'm always looking for collection pictures of your manga. Doesn't matter if you got one manga or 100,000 manga. You can always send me the picture on Discord or Instagram, and I will review it in a stream or video in the future, guaranteed. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time.